Okay, so quickly, just before we begin, this is an unedited guide, so if you've got a TikTok, dopamine sort of brain, and you can't sit for a long period of time and be taught something, then please leave now. Still here? Good. So today I'll teach you the importance of colour in film and videos. So this can apply to videos like on YouTube or just personal projects, or in film. So we'll be going through an example today, and the example is a film. So this is, obviously it's got a much higher budget, loads of people are working on it, so it might be a little bit more difficult for someone who hasn't got a whole team with them. So just a normal video, but you can still implement these ideas into your videos. So that's what we'll be covering today. And what film, you may be asking? La La Land. So quickly before I just talk about this, I help people just like you make better videos by improving the storytelling. So I'll improve your storytelling by telling you how to use colour to tell a story with different ideas and everything. So that's what we're going over today. And quickly, just before we begin, I know I've been talking a lot already, but I've got a little quick product that you might want to check out. So first link in my bio, and check that out if you're interested. So today we'll be going over La La Land, and I've never actually watched this film, but I saw a really good review. I'll talk about this a bit later on. Really good review by a person called Archer Green. He makes amazing, not really documentaries, the more sort of analysis videos of films, and they're really, really good. He gets like millions of views. So I saw that and I thought, this colour theory is crazy. I've got to make this a video for you. So basically this is like a rom-com thing. So not my type of film, but I like the design. It's directed by Damien Chazelle, and what he does with the film is apparently really good. So this is Mia, right? She's the main character, sort of. So her colour is blue. Now, well, it changes a little bit further on, the colours for these characters, but initially, and the starting point of the film, her colour is predominantly blue. So whenever she's on screen, she normally wears blue. And here's Seb. So he's sort of like the second character, although he's kind of a main character in himself. Now these are obviously the two main characters together. Mia's the main character, and then Seb's the side main character. And his main colour is red. Right, so we've got blue and red. So what do red and blue make? If you mash them together, well, you get purple. So whenever these two characters are in a scene together, usually there's purple in some sort of element. So here we can see there's purple in the background. It's like a purple hue, even the light's got a bit of purple tinge to it. So this is just one way to signify that these two people are together. And it signifies their relationship, right? So the two put together equals purple. So red and blue make purple. Purple when they're together here, purple when they're together here. It's really interesting how in every single scene they seem to think, right, colour, how can I make this like a theme? It's really interesting. So as I said, credit to Archer Green for this. Now, initially we say that red and blue equal purple, equals relationship, everything that I've said, but it also takes on a different idea, right? So instead of red equaling Seb, red equals your dreams, and then blue equals your reality. So I sort of like the idea that Mia is stuck in her reality, and then Seb is her dream, right? So it's a bit cringe, he's the dream guy, but he's sort of the dream that she wants, and you'll see. So I'm just going to play a little short clip from Archer Green's video. This is the video, by the way, if you want to check it out. It's amazing. It's got like a couple of million views. It's a really good video. He just explains it a lot better than I can. No. So if I go to 5:38, so just pay attention to what he says for the next minute or so.
Follow a dream.
When Mia is singing about her future, she's in a blue dress, but surrounded by red lighting. When she first meets Seb, she walks through a red door to see him performing. Seb sits outside a red diner, looking at his old blue club. These are all moments when the characters are thinking about their dream, of becoming a movie star and of owning a jazz club. Blue represents your stable, albeit unfulfilling reality, and red represents pursuing your dreams and the risks involved with this.
With La La Land, I wanted to explore how you balance life and art, and how you balance dreams and reality.
Mia dreams of becoming an actress, so naturally in the beginning when she serves a famous movie star, she's wearing a red dress.
Cappuccino, please.
While Mia is stuck behind a blue wall.
Anas. Oh, no thank you. I insist.
Seb wears a blue suit when he's forced to play Christmas songs. When Mia leaves her boyfriend to see Seb, she runs through a red light. And when these colours are placed in unique contexts, they pose interesting questions over the trajectory of the characters.
Two options. You either follow my rules or follow my rules. Capiche?
Thank you.
I can do it a different way.
No, that's fine. Thank you very much.
So how interesting is that? All these colours have been like strategically placed to compel a story, compel a theme. I think this is the coolest part. If I watched this movie, I would say, oh, it's very colourful, but I probably would have never noticed this type of thing. So shout out to Archer Green. This bit here, where the lady in the red dress, she's a movie star, and she goes up to Mia, and there's a blue wall in between the two, so the reality is in the way of the dream. That's crazy to me. The fact that someone can think of that and put it in their movie is amazing. I love it so much. So that's one way to utilize color, right? So you can use color to. So I've not got a script right now. I'm going off my head, so I might not be able to talk sometimes. So just bear with me. So some colors can show like a theme, like an idea of something. But another way that people use colors, and a way that I've used before, is to show emotions, right? So forget all the other ones. The main ones are yellow, blue, and red. So yellow is happy, positive energy. Red is like anger and frustration, and blue is like sadness. Or you can even talk about like the temperature, for example. So blue is cold, and then yellow, orange, red, that's like a hot area. So like in Star Wars, for example, when they're on a cold planet, I guess it's not a great example because the planet is like blue and everything, but you can add sort of like a cold tinge to the color of your video when you're in a cooler place. So you can use, it's all psychology this, you can use colors to show emotions or a theme, and this is what I did in this video. So let's just take a watch. Let me just whack my headphones in and let's go.
Here's how a typical morning goes.
Sorry for the quality, by the way. The quality is awful just because I can't. Oh no, I can't click the settings button because of this sidebar down here. So don't worry about the quality.
Here's how a typical morning goes. Wake up, lie in, doom scroll, don't shower, don't eat well, skip the gym, skip your work, don't go outside, don't talk to people, complain about your day, complain about your life, dream of taking action, don't take action, regret your decisions, regret your life, go to bed late, go to bed miserable.
Yeah, so that's how the past few days have been, and to be honest with you, I didn't like it. So let's try this again.
Wake up, go gym, go for a walk, go...
Whoa, chill. Right, so, if we go down here, get rid of that. So, when I'm talking about how miserable my days are and how it's really boring, it's got this sort of blue, desaturated, just cold
doom
look.
scroll, don't shower, don't eat well, skip the gym, skip your work, don't go outside, don't talk to people, complain about your day, complain about your life, dream of taking action, don't take action, regret your...
Okay. It wouldn't go out. So basically I added a cool tone to it, and it's like subtly showed that it was just really depressing. Like, look at that. And then when we move over to me in the gym, if I go down here, then I've got this sort of warm, like fulfilling sort of color to it. So I use that quite a lot. I like that sort of the cool and then the warm tone, cool, sad, warm, happy. Very, very simple. That's like the easiest way you can implement color into your videos. But La La Land, it uses color to represent different ideas rather than emotions. So in this, I use emotions like I'm sad, like we said here, blue, and then yellow is happy. But La La Land uses plot points rather than emotion, right? So you've got thematic ideas like before, like the relationships and the dreams and reality. But then they talk about plot points. So in this one, green signifies that something has changed. So it's already, let me take this out, has already changed. So if we look here, when they first get together, what do you see? Green. And then when they have their first argument, what do you see? Green. Now these are all significant parts in the plot, right? So this is what makes the story interesting, got that, you know, curve and story arc and everything. And whenever something interesting happens, green is shown. And then yellow is always displayed when something is about to change. So not when it has changed, but when it's about to. When what Mia's wearing just before they get together. And then what this woman is wearing when she goes to take an audition to become a movie star. Now, something I noticed just while going over this before I was about to make this video is that she's got a red bag, and this is when she's with Seb, so it's sort of like the dream. She's like, before they get together, there's the dream right there, and then the reality and the purple and the relationship, it's all linked in. I think that's so interesting. And then we've got, just before, what's his name? Seb joins John Legend's band. He's wearing yellow, of course. But as before, green meant that something has changed. In this story, colours can have two different meanings, right? So it's not just this idea, right? Green then shifts to mean the separation between the two. So as soon as when Seb goes on tour, he misses Mia's play, and Mia's play is obviously very important to her. And what do you see? Green. And then when Mia goes past the movie theatre where they had the first date, she's wearing green. And what I also noticed, not in this one, but in this one, everything's really desaturated. So in sort of like the third act of the movie, sort of like about 3/4 of the way through, everything just becomes desaturated. It's like the climax of the unhappiness of the movie, you know, because it's a rom-com, it's got to be like initial happiness and then really unhappiness as they break up or whatever, and then they start to love each other again, and then yay, happiness. Around this time where they're not together, everything goes desaturated, and we've got this green colour coming up a lot that shows that they're very distant from each other. And sort of a similar thing with the desaturation. Let me just adjust my seat. The desaturation of this film, and this is sort of the same thing that I did in mine, right? So I used the cooler tone and then the desaturation. Desaturation, by the way, means just that the colour is just desaturated. So it's very bland. It's not vibrant. So whereas before, if we go to another one, see everything's very like colourful. It's like popping out. Desaturated is where there's barely any colour. It's very, very boring to look at. That's what desaturated means. Now Oppenheimer, this is another way you can use colour. So you can use it for themes, you can use it for emotions, all these different things. But this is to represent two different stories. So, what's his name? Christopher Nolan, who directed it, amazing director. He always likes to have different stories, right? So rather than just following one linear story throughout the whole film, he normally has like 2 or maybe 3 going in and out, intersecting with each other to make it more complex. And I kind of like that. And he uses colour to represent these two. So in Oppenheimer's point of view, right, when we're focused on him, it's all in colour. But then we've got Strauss. And when it's his point of view, there's no colour at all. So it's completely black and white. It's not even desaturated, it's just completely black and white. And this helps us distinguish the two. So whenever we're looking at Oppenheimer, you can see it's in colour, and whenever we're looking at Strauss, it's in no colour. Now, I don't have a clip from this, but what I found really interesting is sometimes you'd have the same shot, the same clip, the same moment of the story, just from 2 people's perspectives. So there's a round table, right, and they're all talking about something I think it's once they've launched the nuke, then they're talking about the arms race, right, to make as like the person to have the most amount of nukes. Now, in Oppenheimer's point of view, you see, I think it's this point actually, you can see him right there, right, and he's looking over. So say this is Oppenheimer's head, right? So the camera is here and it's sort of looking over at Strauss, who's right over here. But then in Strauss's point of view, it's the same exact moment, except Strauss is here and you're looking at him right there. I'm pretty sure that's the same exact scene. And you're looking at him and the camera's here, right? This is the camera, this is Strauss's head. And you're looking through to Oppenheimer on the opposite side of the table. So it's just really, really well made. So you can use colour to express emotion, themes, or points of view. Now, going back to La La Land, at the end, or rather throughout the story, as we've mentioned, red equals dreams, blue equals reality, and the purple equals relationship between the two. And in the final scene, Chazelle does something really, really cool. Obviously, it's at the end of the movie, so everything's got to go really well unless it's Infinity War. And they both achieved their dreams, right? So red and blue, that's the dreams, reality, they're present here. So you can see the blue, you can see the red, and they've achieved what they wanted to achieve. But then, just before Mia's about to leave, she walks into a purple light. What does purple mean? Purple is the relationship. So this reminds her of the relationship that she's had with Seb. And then they both turn around to look at each other and they realise that they couldn't have done it without each other. Aww. But how cool is that? Like, the trip is not even a duotone, it's a triatone, something like that. You've got all three colours, and just before she's about to leave, she could have just looked back, but instead, Chazelle decided to put a big purple light there. It's so cool how you do that. Anyway, today you have learned the importance of colour and how you can express it and signify different emotions and different themes and different stories and plot points, and I've walked you through the example. So I did what I said I promised to do. And just quickly before you go, if you're interested in making your video progress lightning a million times faster, then if you go to my channel, then go to this little link here, press this button, press that button, it'll take you to my product page. Just click this big red button in the corner so you can hear the audio. Watch this overview of the video and then press this big Enroll Now button to get started. Thanks for watching.